Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, my name is Alex, and we are talking about a fragrance today that is an absolute grail for me. Some of you have tried it, some of you have never tried it, some of you have maybe never even heard of the house of Amouage. And today we're going to dive deep into Reflection Man, how I obtained it, and what I think about it. So stay tuned. Alright everybody, thank you so much for clicking on this video and the constant support. I just hit 200 subscribers, so to me that is a massive milestone. I appreciate everybody, the love and support and the shares. There's been a lot of great comments on the videos, and I really appreciate that as I'm trying to grow this machine, right? I love talking about fragrances, and this is a fragrance related content channel, so if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit subscribe, bell notifications, and that lets you know when I upload new content. I talk a lot about fragrances. I don't just talk about notes and stuff like that because I'm not huge into just mimicking everybody else's note conversation, but I'm telling you how a fragrance makes me feel and why I picked that fragrance up. See me, I've collaborated with quite a few fragrance brands where they send me something to give an honest review. I give you an honest review and tell you what I think of the fragrance house, and etc. So if you like that stuff, please go ahead and subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you think, and we're gonna just jump right into it now. All right, so today we're talking about this beautiful piece of art right here, and that is the House of Amouage, specifically Reflection Man. And as I open this up, I'll tell you kind of how I got this bottle. There's the packaging. It is a nice heavy-duty cardboard. It is sturdy, very sturdy, so it's not very flimsy. Some of the other stuff, other brands out there might have a kind of a flimsier cardboard situation, but this is pretty thick. On the back it says the brand, house name. It does give you a QR code right there to scan to authenticate the actual fragrance itself. I like that touch because there are a lot of fakes out there in this world. I hate to say it, but there really are. The Gift of Kings is on this side. You can see right there, it might be zoomed in, which is awesome. So yeah, when we open this up, the fragrance lays nicely in this little bed of cushiness. So it's nothing really special. It's just kind of there to keep it intact. There's the other side. So enough said about the box. Here, my friends, Amouage Reflection Man. And you're probably seeing a lot of fingerprints because I've been wearing this bad boy the last 3 or 4 days pretty substantially. I will say, let's talk about the story of how I obtained this bottle and kind of why I bought it. So my wife and I, we just celebrated our 2nd year anniversary of marriage. Super blessed, super grateful, and time is flying by. Every year, we are planning on going somewhere even for a couple days to just get away and celebrate us. Sometimes it's a weekend with the babies over at grandma's house, or sometimes it's us going to, say, Scottsdale, Arizona last week with the family. That was the case last week. Every year I get myself a present, and every year she gets herself a present. Obviously we can get ourselves some stuff here and there when we can, but it's kind of become a thing. So she got herself something really nice this year, and I got myself this bottle. If you've been following me for a while, you might have heard me talk about Creed Erolfa, and that was the first fragrance I ever bought from Neiman Marcus from the sales associate Nancy White there at the Scottsdale Quarter. Remember this name, Nancy White at the Scottsdale Quarter. She works at the Creed counter, and for an hour and a half, the first time I ever bought a Creed fragrance, I think probably one of the first times I ever bought a niche fragrance, she helped me. So incredible customer service, incredible follow-up and follow-through, and I will go back to her forever. Last year's present to myself was Louis Vuitton L'Immensité when I was in Maui. This year it's Amouage Reflection Man when I was in Scottsdale. I was able to collaborate with Nancy White over at Neiman prior to even going. I got a couple samples, and if you'd seen the Carmina video, the Creed Carmina video, that was issued or sent to me from Neiman Marcus, Nancy White at Neiman Marcus in Scottsdale. So we have a lot of history of her helping me out. She sent me multiple packages of samples for me to smell new fragrances, smell new brands, and it's been just absolutely great friendship. I wanted to walk in there and get this one. I didn't want to get more than one bottle. I knew this was the bad boy that I wanted. Got there at 11 o'clock. She started at 11. I blasted right in there, shook her hand. She remembered me. She said, I remember you from your video you sent me. I sent her the Creed Carmina video, and she loved it. So I grabbed this bad boy, and while I got this one to the side, I shopped around a little bit, smelled a bunch of smells, and really just dove into what she had to offer, new from different fragrance houses, where I smelled Parfums de Marly Altair, which is incredible. By the way, I'll do a separate video on that. I got a sample of that. I smelled all of Mind Games and a bunch of other houses, and it was just a great hour-and-a-half experience to kind of get to know what's out there, get great customer service from Nancy, and then really be able to leave and execute a purchase that I really wanted for a long time. So having said all that, let's talk about the note breakdown. Let's talk about what it smells like, and let's talk about why I love it. All right, guys, so first and foremost, atomizer, beautiful. Hopefully it does not stick to the screen too much. It is a magnetic cap. It is a weighted metal cap. It is beautifully silver. Mine has a purple jewel. I'm not sure if the purple is something they recently did with this or if they've had different colors in the past. On the top is a crown as well. So very nice cap. Heavy duty, not as heavy as, say, a Barrett fragrance cap, but heavy duty in the way that it seems substantial and nice and thick. Nice magnetic cap as well. So the bottle itself is pretty much translucent. The juice is like this nice light, super light lemony amber, and the outside of the bottle is actually just that reflective metal. So really cool. Right dead center you have the Amouage logo, and then it says underneath that very faint reflection. Underneath the logo it says Amouage, and then underneath that's the reflection, man. So it is a very beautiful bottle, beautiful presentation, and it looks amazing on my shelf. Top notes of Reflection Man are going to be rosemary, red pepper, and berries, along with bitter orange leaves. So what I get from the top notes blasting me in the face is that red pepper and some berries. It's not like a spicy red pepper, but it has a little bit of a spice thing going. It kind of hits you in the face. It's mature, but it's clean. Those top notes are really, really well together. The orange citrus notes, the orange leaves, you can smell that. You can smell the rosemary. It's right there on the top. But the heart notes of Reflection are going to be neroli, orris, jasmine, ylang ylang. So you've got these nice middle floral notes that you can definitely smell. It's like a white floral men's fragrance. It's not overpowering in the way that it's going to be kind of like grandma's potpourri or your wife's favorite fragrance. It is a floral fragrance that is versatile. It's clean. It can be worn all seasons. It's light enough to wear during the summertime, yet inoffensive enough to wear to the office in a small setting. It is unique to me in a way that this DNA, to me, I have never smelled anything like it. It is that unique, where a lot of stuff this time of year kind of all smells the same. You know, a lot of designer stuff smells the same, and some niche stuff is kind of branching out. But this right here, to me, sets it apart, and I love it. Base notes, you've got vetiver, patchouli, sandalwood, and cedar. So you have this nice blanket of woods in the bottom, giving you that kind of earthy feel from the patchouli and vetiver, and a little bit of a green splash at the bottom too. So it's hard to put your nose on this one and not understand all those notes. It's an array of earthy, green, floral, spice, and it's, to me, so versatile, and I'm so glad I got my hands on it. The first time I ever smelled it was, I believe, in a little tiny mini sample pack that someone sent me, and I loved it. I fell in love with it. I don't even know if I can find it. It's been out for a little while. It's not new in any way, shape, or form, but it's new to me, and I really, really love it. There's something about it. There's something about it that gives me that beefy excitement. So performance on this is not bad. It's an eau de parfum. It's light. To me, it's almost like a freshie. So really about 5 to 7, maybe 8 hours, depending on how many sprays I spray. I can overspray this, and it still would not be offensive. It still would not be too intense for me. I love it. I reach for it a lot, and I'm so glad I have a full-size bottle. Next part, to kind of finish up how I was treated at Neiman Marcus was absolutely phenomenal. I will say the customer service there has been top-notch, if not better. I'm able to reach out to Nancy, and I'm able to reach out to her and let her know kind of what I'm looking for, the dates I'm coming into town, and then she has samples sent out to me, and they're usually here within a couple weeks. Having said that, I'm able to kind of gauge what I want prior to getting down there, and you know, you can just smell for hours in Neiman Marcus. There's so many great options. So I hope that kind of sheds some light for everybody on Amouage Reflection. If you've tried Amouage, let me know down below, which Amouage have you tried? Have you tried this one? What do you think of it? Is it good? Is it bad? It's got a lot of mixed reviews. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Some people's wives dislike it. Some people's wives love it. I've seen a lot of positive, but I will say for sure this is my top 3 favorite fragrances of all time, and I'm so grateful and blessed to have a bottle of it. So that was Amouage Reflection by Amouage. And you know, guys, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I'm gonna probably smell you later. Bye-bye.